Hey guys.
Sorry it's been so long since we've been online. Our lives have been totally crazy over this summer, pretty much the whole summer.
It really didn't quite go the way we thought it would, but not all bad and nobody's particular fault or anything. It's just it took a lot longer than we thought to get everything situated in our full setup.
Right, so now we're all good, we're 100% done, and we are so excited to introduce you to our new 2021 Newmar New Aire 3343.
Yeah. And
that's not the only thing that's new in our setup.
No, and this one is crazy and it was tough on Stacy, but the 99 Jeep Wrangler just she gave out on us.
Yeah, she did. And that's part of our distraction as well. So we're going to introduce you also in this series to our new tow vehicle. And we're going to do it in a series because we have so much to share and catch you up on that we don't want to make the video too long. So we're going to break it up into segments that I hope make sense.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the inside of our New Aire because that's what's really sold us on this motorhome to begin with.
Yeah, and let's start by saying though that the New Aire is 33 feet 10 inches. Of course, we went a couple more feet than we did on our Breeze, but we did not want to go more than that because obviously size matters to us.
Right, and it's just over 12 feet tall.
Yeah, so I say let's get started.
Let's go. You know what? We should tell them where we are.
Yes.
This is the beautiful Holly Point Campground. It's part of the Falls Lake State Recreation Area near Wake Forest, North Carolina. Welcome to North Carolina. Hi, Astro. Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm Stacy.
I'm Tom, and we're RV Texas, y'all.
We are native Texans and full-time RVers who are all about exploring the great state of Texas and beyond, one campground at a time. We're on a mission to experience life, not just live it, and we're bringing you along for the fun.
In 2018, we sold our house, our business, and got rid of most everything we owned to hit the road and see America. Our home is a 33-foot RV named Freedom. We installed an extreme solar and lithium setup, so now we can just about live anywhere with our dog Star and our cat Astro.
Every day is a new adventure, so join us as we RV America, y'all. Welcome to our home. Before we get too far into the video, in case you're new to the channel, if you're just finding us, we are not RV salesmen. This is our home. We are full-time RVers, and we have chosen the Newmar New Aire as our new home 365 days a year. So let's show you around. One of the reasons why we love this motorhome, if you've been with us for a little while, then you know we are big fans of Class A diesel pusher motorhomes. And our last several motorhomes have been Class A's, and this is our third diesel pusher now. We love the view that you get as you're driving down the road out of the front windshields and even the side windows here. This is, I mean, you just can't beat the view as you're going down the road. So that was one thing that we definitely had to have. Now up here, what you don't see is a front TV. And that's because in our last motorhome at Tiff and Breeze, we had a front TV. We never used it. It was just kind of in the way. We had another TV in the room. So we do not have that here. We wanted the storage and things instead. This cabinet was originally for the Wi-Fi Ranger. This unit came with a Wi-Fi Ranger, and by the way, in case you're new, we did order this motorhome and have it built to our specifications. So that was super exciting the first time we did that. This was where the Wi-Fi Ranger originally lived, and it is a vented cabinet. When we had our work done at Master Tech, which we're going to show you, and we made a lot of modifications to it right off the bat, they actually moved the connectivity box, the router, over to another cabinet to have a shorter cable to the antenna. So this became available. So this is our charging station, and since it's vented, this is a great place for us to be able to plug in all of our devices right up here when we want to charge. This is kind of our central information area. This is where we can lower our privacy drapes and shades here in the front. We can control our window awnings for the front here, the slides and all of that. A little bit of brains. And then up here is another big cabinet that we actually have used for our games. We love card games and dice games and things like that, things that are easy to carry. So this made the perfect place to carry things like that, as well as anything that we need to go outside with, like our umbrellas. Okay, let's see. These chairs, the captain's chairs, do turn around and become part of the living space. They're super comfortable. And what's often, we've seen this in other Newmar motorhomes before, the passenger chair here in the cockpit is large. It's really wide, but it's perfect for this guy right here, because he rides in his harness and his leash, and I tie his leash to my seat belt, and he sleeps right next to me. So there's room for me and him, but he's not on my lap the whole time heating things up. All right, shall we move in? Oh, no, I got to tell you this. So this has a built-in GPS system, RV GPS, but it's facing this direction. So I'm the navigator typically, Tom's the driver when we're going down the road, and it's hard for me to help him with navigation if I can't really see the GPS. So we opted in a secondary GPS unit. From this, I can control and see not only the GPS, but also the radio. As we're playing, I can change stations. I can see the exterior cameras. So it's very, very handy. I really like that a lot. And we do have a desk here, actually, that folds out and folds over this chair, so I can work on the computer as we're driving down the road. Also very convenient. So coming in, I want to point out the floors, because this is something that we selected. With Newmar, you can actually choose a lot of your finishes if you are ordering a coach, and you don't have to stay within your model's choices. So this is a New Aire. This is actually a King Aire floor, and the reason why we chose it was because the New Aire floors in 2021 were all beautiful, but they were all high gloss. They were also tile. This is a full tile floor. They were also tile, but they were high gloss. And we have Star, which is our dog, who likes to drink water and then walk around the coach with it dripping out of her mouth. And I could just see me walking through, finding one of those puddles and going for a ride on that slick floor. So we chose this King Aire floor because it has some texture to it. It's not high gloss, so it's a little safer for me if Star is walking around dripping water. And I like that it's the thinner planks that I feel like maybe make this small space seem a little bigger as it's running nose to tail. And I like the light color for that same reason, makes it feel a little bit bigger. Coming into the living area, we opted for the recliners with the center table. This typically would come with a couch that would fold out into a bed, but we chose the recliners. And I love the windows. Now these are really unique. This window, as well as the large window on the other side and the kitchen window, are one-piece windows. There is no opening or closing of these windows, but they let in just a beautiful view and a ton of natural light. So I really like that. The other thing I really like about the New Aire in here is that you'll see there is no carpet in this RV. It's all tile floor, so it's really easy to clean. And it's a flat floor on the slides. There are no raised slides in here, so we don't have issues with cat toys going under the slides that we don't realize, or any types of breezes blowing through, you know, little nooks and crannies, things like that. So I really, really like that. Now, the 33-foot New Aire has been discontinued. We think we got, if not the last, one of the last 33-foot New Aires. They do make a 35-foot New Aire, but in the 33-foot model for 2022, Newmar discontinued the 33 model. But the 33, you did not have a choice of dinette. It came with a booth dinette. There are things hidden underneath these booths that they need to use. So it does not fold down into a bed. However, it does pull out, and we have leaves that we can add to extend the table a little bit. It came with a couple of extra folding chairs that we did not keep because as full-time RVers, storage is at a premium, and the chairs took up way too much space. They didn't fit under the bed, so we gave those away. Over here, when we're not looking out this beautiful window, we've got a televator that raises the TV. There are panels all around the RV where you can control lights, the shades, the TV, things like that, the 12-volt fans. So I'm just going to lift up the TV. It's super quiet coming up and down and very smooth. So I really like that. Now, one thing while that's coming up, I want to point out, even though we are slightly larger in the New Aire than we were in our 31-foot Tiff & Breeze, we had a Tiff & Breeze 31BR prior to this. Our inside storage is actually a little bit smaller, and there's a reason for that. There's actually several reasons for that, one of which are the way Newmar does their cabinets. These look like fairly decent sized cabinets, right? But when you open them, they're not as tall as you might think. This is insulation and wiring and things like that in this bulkhead. So we had to get a little creative with some of our storage in here as we were moving in. And I'll show you a few other reasons why we have a little less storage as we go through the coach. But that pretty much sums up this area. Let me spin you around and continue the tour. We did order the fireplace, and this is something that has really grown on me. Our Breeze came with a fireplace, and I thought, that's insane. We don't need a fireplace. I'd rather have storage. But I loved the fireplace. This is one of the many ways that we can heat this coach, and it's super efficient. It's electric. And you can have it on for heat, which it does a great job, or also just for ambiance and just have a little flame showing. There are several ways to heat this coach. We have two 15,000 BTU air conditioners, which are also heat pumps. We also have our Oasis furnace, which also supplies our on-demand hot water. We also have our fireplace, and we have heated floors. So we should be set when it comes to winter. Now, this was a change that we made. This model came with, it was actually glass inserts in here, so you could store all your pretties and displays and things, but we don't have any of those anymore. We gave them all away. And so we use this as additional pantry space, and nobody wants to see that. Plus, I don't feel like glass is very practical in the RV cabinet, so we had them put in solid wood doors, which I think is a great upgrade. Down here, this is one of my favorite features. We do have a central vacuum system in here, which I love. We've had that on every RV actually we've ever owned, including our travel trailer, where it came as a bonus when we bought it. And again, I thought, I'll never use that, don't need it, love it. But I don't always want to pull out the hoses and stuff related to the vacuum. So since this is all tile, it's super easy to sweep. And all we have to do is sweep it up right over here, kick this plate up, and it sucks it in. Love, love, love this feature. Coming over to the kitchen, we've got a single bowl stainless steel sink. We've got cabinetry up in here. These are all soft closed doors, but before we move, I always go through and make sure that they're closed just in case. We have a residential size Whirlpool microwave convection oven, and I'm really excited about this because this is a big setup. We also have an induction cooktop. This is an all-electric coach. We opted to get away from propane, so we have a 2-burner induction cooktop. Works fantastic. You can either set it by number, 1 to 10, or you can set a temperature as you're using it. So I really like that. We have a huge silverware drawer, and we have a dishwasher. Now this is one of the other reasons why we have a little less storage space in the New Aire than we had in the Breeze, and it's because we have all of the comforts of home in this one. This is our full-time home. We're on our 3rd year as full-time RVers. We don't see any end in sight, but we wanted a few more comforts of home. So we have a dishwasher. It works great, and it is super efficient. It only uses about 2 gallons of water, which was really surprising to me. We have a full-size residential refrigerator. It's a Samsung. Freezer down below with ice maker. And I just locked it. It has a lock on it, so for going down the road. And then we have our bathroom. Now, let me turn on the light here so you can see. This is a huge bathroom, I feel like, for this size of motorhome, much bigger than we had in the Breeze. Very comfortable and really almost has like a spa-like feel. We really enjoy this bathroom. There's all types of lighting options. You've got mirror lights, or accent lights, or vanity lights, and they're all dimmable. So I really like this bathroom. What I'm not such a fan of is the toilet. This is a Dometic toilet, but it's an electric toilet, which we've never had before. We've always had the standard foot flush RV toilets, which have worked just fine with us. And this is where I think there's too much technology in some things. This toilet is flushed with this little button over here, or you can add water by pushing buttons. The problem is we don't have much control over how much water it uses. We have control, if you're holding down the add water button, it stops when you take your finger off the button. But other than that, it won't add more than a certain amount. You can't control how much water it uses when it flushes. If for some reason your sensor gets clogged or something in the black tank and it thinks it's full, guess what? It'll no longer work. So not a big fan of this toilet. This is my least favorite thing in this motorhome. I have read that you can get a manual handle to add to the side of some of these models, and it looks like we've got a plug where that might be possible. So if you've done that, let us know. We'd love to hear what our options are for adding a manual feature to this toilet. Okay, moving away from the toilet. One of the things I really love is not only our on-demand water system, which keeps us from wasting water while it's heating up, but also we have this, and I'm going to look to see what it's called. It is called an aquamizer, and I'm looking over here on the panel because this is how it turns it on. I'm going to turn on the light. You see that little blue light right there? When we want to take a shower, often in an RV, you have to turn on the water and wait for the warm water to work its way through your system from your hot water heater before you can really jump in. With the aquamizer system, and I'm just going to step in here to show you, you just turn this to this side and it will begin circulating the water in the air, in the wall. And as soon as it gets hot, this blue light is going to turn red, and that tells you the water is hot. Now what it's doing with this water is it's taking it and it's putting it into your fresh water tank. So if you have a fresh water tank that's full already, or you leave this on all the time, you're eventually going to flood your campsite. So, but just for taking the shower, You turn it on, you let it run for a few minutes, that will turn red, and then you've got hot water to start your shower. You don't have to waste a bunch and have it going into the gray tank.
And it didn't turn red now because we don't have the hot water heater on.
Right, we don't leave our hot water heaters on, so that's why it never changed, because usually it changes within a few seconds. So, super cool. All right, we are moving on. All right, before we move into the bedroom, let me show you the pantry. This is super exciting. We have shelves and shelves and shelves of pantry, and they lock into place. I have to push them to start coming out so that they don't accidentally roll out while we're traveling, and open the door. And they are adjustable, so I absolutely love this for pantry storage. Very exciting. And it's lighted. Now going into the bedroom, we have a ton of great space in here. Another TV with these huge deep drawers that I'm a huge fan of. 2 levels of them. We have a great place to keep the litter box, which is really exciting because we didn't really have a great place for that before. Now this is a 3-slide RV, so this side, the passenger side, the camping side, has a full wall slide that extends all the way back to here. On the driver's side, we have a slide here in the bedroom, and we have a slide in the living area. But that makes it feel extra spacious in here for its size. When we're traveling, we move the litter box into the shower. And I want you to notice too, what makes this room feel bigger is it has what Newmar calls a cathedral ceiling, which is an arched ceiling. So the bedroom feels really spacious even for the size that it is. The 33-foot came with a queen bed, and it is a rounded corner bed, which I'm not a huge fan of the rounded corners, but I get it. It helps you move around. And it's also got the accent lighting and all of those things. I'm going to slide this litter box forward so you can see. Another big thing I'm loving is the washer and dryer. Now we opted not to have a washer and dryer in the Breeze. It didn't come with a washer and dryer back in 2017. And we did the first several years without a washer and dryer on the road. But this has been a huge time saver. So I'm a huge fan of having the stackable washer and dryer. And it is also very efficient. We've done several loads, even when we didn't have sewer hookups, and not a problem. I'm loving the efficiency of it. Another thing I want to point out that's different from a lot of the Class A motorhomes, and I'll just slide this back, is this step up. Now the engine compartment, engine access is under here. And in our Breeze, this was a significant step up. Here, it's really not. It's maybe, what, 3 inches, 4 inches tall? So it's really easy to get up and down. And we've got a full closet that also has a shoe rack built in. But here's the other interesting feature I wanted to show you. Back here, we actually have a window that we can see outside. It's another access point if we need to get out for any reason, or it can let in natural light and still give privacy. So I really love that as a unique feature. 2 more things I want to kind of backtrack to share with you. We talked about the, we opted for solid wood panels on that front cabinet. We also opted for solid wood panels on the bedroom door. This standard comes with a frosted glass insert, which is absolutely beautiful, and we have friends who have that. But if someone is sleeping and someone else is up here with lights on or TV, the light can come through here and be a little distracting. So we opted for the solid wood door, and I absolutely love it. Again, Newmar will let you make these changes, which I'm a huge fan of. And also, I did not mention, let me open this up. Let me see, we go to the shades.
And put the light on, please.
And turn on the light. This is an egress door. This is an escape hatch. Newmar is putting this on all of their models for the last several years. If something were to happen that we needed a quick exit out of the motorhome, if we can get to this bathroom, we don't have to climb out a window. This will open. You can sit on the back of the toilet and you pull this panel off and a ladder will, you can extend a ladder and just climb out. So I love that as a safety feature. It has 2 locks on it, which you want to make sure are locked, so you make sure it's, you know, not going to fly open when you're going down the road, but I absolutely love it. So that is the inside of our 2021 Newmar New Aire 3343 with some of the changes that we've made inside, or some of the, not so much changes, but choices, I guess, that we made as we were selecting it. Hope you've enjoyed this tour. We're going to continue in another video where we're going to show you more about this RV. We still have the outside to show you, the full solar and lithium setup that MasterTech RV completed for us in Indiana. So much to share. So stay with us. Make sure you come back, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. Until then, y'all, safe travels and happy camping. Bye.